Hello my drowsy dragons, it's your boy Zionic Blader, and in this video, I will be ranking every Dragonoid core released in Bakugan Geogan Rising from worst to best. I will be ranking them by their competitive viability. But enough talk, let's get on with the list. Number 5, Darkest Dragonoid Core. Now this placement is interesting because technically, Darkest Dragonoid Core actually has one of the highest B powers when using its own cores compared to the other Dragonoid cores released in Geogan Rising. Unfortunately, Darkest Dragonoid Core's 1200 B power when on the plus 600 minus 3 Helix core is still far too low, for even the early parts of the Geogan Rising format where 1450 B power reigned supreme. On top of that, its damage is too low, so even when using the highest damage boosting cores, it's under the 10 damage minimum you want to aim for a highest damage wins play. Darkest Dragonoid does have a Victor ability where it gains the Scan ability, where the player can look at the top card of their deck, then choose to either leave it on top or move it to the bottom, which is a great strategic ability to have. However, with Darkest Dragonoid's stats, it will be harder to obtain, and besides, every Dragonoid core has this ability as well. Number 4, Chaos Dragonoid. This Dragonoid has a core lineup of 2 Green Fists, which isn't really anything special for this particular Bakugan, since it has a stat line of 600 B power and 4 damage. Chaos Dragonoid's damage rating has potential, since if it uses another Bakugan's plus 6 damage Fire Fist, it can reach 10 damage, which is good for a highest damage wins play. Unfortunately, with Chaos Dragonoid having 2 Green Fists, the trade is not really balanced. As with all Dragonoid cores in Geogan Rising, Chaos Dragonoid core has the Victor ability of getting Scan, which is nice but does not warrant Chaos Dragonoid being any higher on this list. Number 3, Aquas Dragonoid. With a core lineup of Fire Fist and Shield, the standout is the Fire Fist due to their high damage boosting effects. Aquas Dragonoid has a stat line of 800 B power and 1 damage. While it can't really take advantage of its Fire Fist, it can mix in a team well with a Bakugan that can spare a Magic Shield and wants a Fire Fist. With Aquas Dragonoid's 800 base B power, when it lands on a plus 650 B power Magic Shield, it reaches 1450 B power, which was the ideal B power for the early parts of the Geogan Rising format. Plus, it has the Victor ability of gaining Scan like all the other Dragonoid cores in Geogan Rising, so that's a plus. Number 2, Aurelius Dragonoid Core. This Bakugan is the only Dragonoid core in this lineup that can be competitive on its own. It has a great core lineup of 2 Helix cores, which are beneficial due to their ability to give either high damage or high B power boosts. Aurelius Dragonoid core has a stat line of 600 B power and 6 damage. Its 6 base damage is the standout, since when on the minus 200 B power plus 5 damage boosting Helix core, it hits for 11 damage, which is a good number for a highest damage wins play. The only downside to Aurelius Dragonoid core is that it's an Aurelius Bakugan, which means it does not come with much of a card pool like the other factions. And number 1, Pyrus Dragonoid. Pretty convenient that the most famous faction for Dragonoid is also the one that is the best. It has an amazing core lineup of 2 magic shields, which is perfect for giving high boosts in B power. Pyrus Dragonoid core has a stat line of 600 B power and 5 damage. What makes Pyrus Dragonoid a good Bakugan to have on a team is that it's a great contender for a core sharing Bakugan. For example, if a Bakugan has high base B power but does not have the right cores to take advantage of it, Pyrus Dragonoid's magic shields will be great to use, since Pyrus Dragonoid just asks for a high damage boosting core, like a plus 6 damage boosting Fire Fist or a plus 5 damage boosting Helix core in return, to reach the 10 damage minimum, which is great for a highest damage wins play. Pyrus Dragonoid core has an 8 cost Diamond Evolution, which bumps its stats up to 2900 B power and 5 damage, with the effect of Double Strike to double the amount of damage it deals, and the Victor ability of Scan, which allows the Brawler to look at the top card of their deck and either leave it on top or put it on the bottom, as well as the Draw effect, allowing the Brawler to draw a card, which is a great combination to have. However, with its steep 8 energy to use, and with cards being harder to obtain for this format, you're fine enough just using its base form, or perhaps using one Diamond Evolution to use when you're already winning. Well, this has been Zeonic Blader with my worst to best of the Geogan Rising Dragonoid cores. What do you think? Do you agree or disagree? Let me know in the comment section below, and be sure to let me know your favorite Dragonoid released in Geogan Rising. Be sure to like the video as well, or don't, I'm not the boss of you, but also make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell so you get updated whenever I upload. Until next time, see ya.